Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle has shared a locker room with different stars and in different companies when he was an active competitor. Recently, he claimed Mark Henry got bullied in his early years and explained what might have happened. Kurt Angle and Mark Henry didn't grow up in the same business, as they received their contracts when they made a name for themselves outside WWE. While Angle came in later, Henry allegedly took a difficult path. During an appearance on Storytime with Dutch Mantel, Angle addressed the question of Mark Henry getting bullied in his early days. The Olympic gold medalist spoke highly of the world's strongest man and claimed his mysterious nature might have been the reason behind the locker room's unfair treatment. I don't know. To be honest with you, Mark Henry is a good dude. I've so much respect for him, but when he came in, I know he didn't talk a lot. Mark can be a little bit quiet at times when he doesn't know people. When he knows people, he's loud and energetic and very excited to hear. I think he kind of kept to himself, and that makes you mysterious, and that makes the boys, stars in the locker room, think this guy has an attitude, Angle said. That's why I think they kind of screwed with Mark in the beginning. It wasn't because of the money he got, because let's face it, the guy is the strongest man in the world. He deserves a contract like that. I just think he didn't really get to know the people, or maybe they didn't get to know him and who he really was, and I think that's why he had a difficult time in the first couple of years, Angle claimed. From 040 to 140. WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle on what went wrong in his final run. WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle's second and final WWE run wasn't the best. Many expected him to go out following a match with John Cena. Instead, he lost to Baron Corbin and the management didn't do anything with the latter afterward. On the same podcast, Angle agreed with the fans and critics about his last run. Moreover, the WWE Hall of Famer thinks the management should have made him compete, become the general manager, and enter the Hall of Fame. Instead, they went the opposite way. At 53, Kurt Angle is a WWE Hall of Famer with an illustrious career that spans multiple decades. Known for his incredible wrestling talent, unmatched intensity, and charismatic presence, Angle is widely regarded as one of the greatest in-ring performers of all time. Yet, behind the gold medals, WWE championships, and accolades lies a man who, like many others, faced challenges and adversity during his formative years. Recently, Angle opened up in an emotional interview, revealing how bullying affected his early years, something that many fans never saw coming from the Olympic hero. Angle, born and raised in Mount Lebanon, Pennsylvania, was always an athletic and ambitious child. Growing up with dreams of becoming a wrestler, he initially focused on traditional wrestling, where his natural gifts soon became apparent. However, the road to success was not a smooth one for the future WWE legend. Angle recalls his early years being riddled with difficulties, both on the school playground and in his personal life. People always think of me as this tough guy because of what I've accomplished in wrestling and my Olympic success, Angle explained during the interview. But the truth is, I wasn't always the confident person people know today. Growing up, I was bullied a lot, especially in middle school and high school. I had a lot of insecurities that I carried with me for years. Kurt Angle's story of overcoming bullying resonates with countless others who experienced similar hardships in their youth. The challenges he faced weren't about physical strength or athleticism, they were about emotional resilience. Angle wasn't the biggest kid, and although he showed early promise in wrestling, he was often the target of teasing and harassment from his peers. According to Angle, his high school years were particularly tough. He was a standout athlete, but that didn't necessarily mean he was exempt from bullying. Angle often found himself the subject of ridicule for a variety of reasons, including his appearance and his unrelenting commitment to wrestling, which set him apart from his classmates. I wasn't like the other kids. I didn't hang out at parties. I didn't go to football games for fun. I was focused on my training, on wrestling. I loved it, but it wasn't exactly the cool thing to be doing in high school, Angle admitted. I was skinny, and I wasn't the tallest guy around. I was different, and that made me an easy target. Kids would call me names, pick on me for being too serious or for trying to be different. This period of bullying had a profound impact on Engle's self-esteem. He recalls feeling like an outsider in his own school and struggling to find acceptance. For someone who would later become a beacon of success in sports and entertainment, it's hard to imagine that the Olympic gold medalist was once a teenager who felt like he didn't fit in. I remember times when I would go home and just feel defeated, Engel said, pausing for a moment to reflect. I'd be like, why do they treat me like this? Why do they make fun of me? It didn't help that my family was going through a lot of personal struggles at the time. There was a lot of pressure, and it felt like the bullying compounded everything. Despite the challenges, Engel didn't let the bullying define him. It was his love for wrestling that helped him overcome his struggles. Engel turned to his sport as an escape, channeling his energy into improving his skills. His commitment to wrestling paid off when he won his first state wrestling championship in high school, and soon after, he earned a scholarship to attend the University of Pittsburgh. Engel's wrestling career skyrocketed after that. He went on to become a national champion and then won the ultimate prize, a gold medal at the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. But the scars of his early years didn't disappear overnight. Although Engel found success on the mat and eventually in the squared circle, the emotional toll of his bullying experiences continued to linger in the back of his mind. It was a long road to confidence for me, Engel admitted. When I first started wrestling in WWE, even though I had a gold medal and all this success behind me, I still had a lot of self-doubt. I wasn't always sure of myself, and it was something I had to work through, especially in the spotlight. I had to fight through that part of me that thought, maybe I'm not good enough. Looking back on those early years, Engel realizes how the bullying shaped who he is today. Rather than letting it break him, he used it as fuel to prove his worth, not just to others, but to himself. His determination to succeed in wrestling became an act of defiance against those who had once mocked him. Every match he won, every accolade he achieved, was a testament to his resilience. People who bullied me never expected me to turn out like I did, Engel said, a wry smile crossing his face. But I didn't let them win. I used all that pain and frustration to push me further. I didn't have the best childhood, but that just made me want to succeed even more. Engel's journey from the bullied kid in high school to a WWE Hall of Famer is nothing short of inspiring. His ability to overcome adversity in both his personal and professional life has made him a role model for countless fans. Yet, what truly sets Engel apart is his willingness to share his story, showing that even the strongest among us have vulnerabilities and struggles to overcome. It's important to talk about these things because we all go through challenges, Engel shared. No one's perfect, and no matter how tough you look on the outside, everyone has their battles. I want people to know that if I can make it through, they can too. As a Hall of Famer, Engel has achieved more than most could ever dream of. But it's his story of resilience, of overcoming the bullying and insecurities of his youth, that continues to inspire people across the world. Kurt Angle isn't just a wrestling legend, he's a symbol of perseverance, showing that even the toughest athletes face difficult struggles. And through it all, he's proven that with determination, hard work, and a refusal to give up, anything is possible. His story is a powerful reminder to never let the negativity of others define you. Angle, who was once the target of bullying, has become an icon not just in wrestling but in the hearts of those who believe in the power of resilience.